Hey, welcome back, watch fans. Some of you have been asking, what is the purpose of, the rotating bezel on the Rolex Yacht-Master? Well, as you can see, it gives you timing. Like right now, I set the time so I can see how long I'm going to be here in this hot tub. You don't want to sit here too long, right? So the arrow is telling me that we are about 11 minutes in, right? You see the minute is by around 11. That means I'm sitting here about 11 minutes as the sun is setting here in beautiful Marina del Rey, California. As you can see, the watch is in fact waterproof. It's in fact waterproof. Unbelievable but true. Now, guys, I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need your help. Help me help you. Help me help you. We're at 901 subscribers, and it would be nice to get past 1,000. So make sure you click that like and subscribe button. Now, one of the great things about a color dial, and this is why you should only get a color dial with Rolex. I don't know if you can see, this is a chocolate dial. Now, the light, it's a little dark, so you're not getting the sunburst effect. Otherwise, you're going to get a beautiful sunburst chocolate effect. Now it just looks like a dark dial, but it's in fact, the great thing about these color dials, whether you're talking about green, blue, chocolate, it gives you something new. Every time you look at the watch, it's going to give you a new experience, and that's how you're getting dividends from this watch. So basically, you're buying one watch, but depending on the light condition, it's going to give you a new experience every time. Imagine that, right? Like you might be married. Imagine if you could, your wife instead of she would change things up, right? So things wouldn't be so dull and boring, right? Look, everybody likes variety, right? So that's what this is all about. Now, if you get a white dial, that's the absolute biggest mistake with Rolex. Some of these white dials, total garbage. They just 41. They sell a white dial. Avoid that at all costs. Even they're like white, like sunburst or whatever, no good. You want a vibrant color because it's lively. Look, it's kind of like when you get you look at an impressionist painting or anything which is like, what's the word, painterly? Okay, painterly, meaning there's multiple layers of paint, there's gestures, there's beautiful things going on. Like if you look at some of these old master paintings, the value, what really makes the guy a master, whether you look, I don't know, are you talking about Rembrandt, Van Dyke, whatever. Look, you think, oh, this is a portrait of some dude, whatever, but no, here's what it is. You look at the details. The guy, the artist, makes just with a little, like a hairline of white paint around the eye, could give the sense of life almost. It's incredible. Or other things like that, right? You get that effect, and like you notice new things every time. That's where you get your money's worth. Now, if you look at something which is just a flat painting, something, I don't know, your basic, I don't know, whatever it is, or even, look, guys, speaking of paintings, let me tell you the absolute biggest tomato can. Do not buy garbage art from like this Banksy, or any of these Fugazi street artists. That is a scam. It's a grift. And I'll tell you why. First of all, that stuff is it's not classic, it's not timeless. It's just it's a novelty thing. Oh, you look at it once, oh, it's clever. No question, Banksy is a clever guy. But is it going to age? Are you going to notice something new every time you look at it? No, you won't. You'll get the joke, you'll get the punchline one time, and that's it. You're done. And you know what? These guys are all a bunch of fugazis anyway. Most of the real graffiti street artists guys, they're not putting out, thousands of prints. That's how these guys make all their money. It's a big scam. All these graffiti street artist guys, alleged street artist guys, they're a bunch of grifters. Don't fall into that trap. That is the tomato can trap. Now, I got a little bit distracted here, but the same thing applies to art, watches. Same thing, right? It is a piece of art on your wrist. So you want to get the right art, right? You don't want to pay too much, right? You want to make sure you don't overpay. So again, for this watch, you do not pay more than 12 grand. Okay, and do not buy the gray dial. The gray dial is death. It's boring. I know, like, there's, for example, that, the tomato can that's in, the Irish tomato can with the monkey eyebrows in Venice. That guy, I think he's got a gray dial. He's got the rhodium dial. You know what rhodium means? Rhodium means boring. It means garbage. The gray dial is a totally dull dial, and it's going to be considered like total trash in a couple of years. You don't want that dial. You want to stick with chocolate. You want to stick with blue, the blue dial. Now, also, again, I mentioned before, don't get like the Datejust 41 with the white dial. It's absolute garbage. With Rolex, you really want to have a sunburst effect. Even those champagne dials which people think are hokey, and they are kind of hokey. I mean, in terms of, if it's a 70s or 80s watch, it's fine, but I would not be getting a champagne dial today, because it's a look of a certain time. Okay, the champagne dial is a vintage look. So if it's 60s, late 60s, 70s, 80s, no problem. Anything beyond that, avoid at all costs. That's only for crayon eaters. Okay. I think my clock is telling me. Yep, clock is telling me I should be getting out of here, because I'm going to be turning into a. Oh, there we go. There we go. It stopped. 15 minutes. It's tough to get out of here. It's a little chilly right now, but we'll have to do this. As you can see, the moon. Can you guys see the moon? We get a little moon action now. Unfortunately, I can't wear the moon is up there. Trust me, it's up there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, the moon is definitely up there. Now, you don't want to take a Royal Oak into water. I mean, I know in theory you could, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it. The Nautilus, I think, also in theory, it's waterproof, but unless you have a warranty, actually, I wouldn't even trust the warranty. You really can't trust those watches. With the Rolex, look at this. Here's the beauty of this watch. Look, I can wear it all day and go swimming. Don't have to take it off. And this is why, in fact, this is the watch I actually wear the most. And I have right now 13, lucky 13 pieces in the collection. And which watch gets the most wrist time, as the kids call it, as the punters call it? It's this watch. You'll see I have this in a lot of videos. This watch gets the most wrist time because it's the most practical. It fits, under a dress shirt, and with a suit. It looks very good because you have the two-tone thing going on, so it dresses it up. And out here, it looks very sporty, right, or whatever the word is. And it's practical because I actually do use this timing function all the time. I probably use it, I don't know how many times a week. And again, the bezel rotates both ways, so it's much easier to use than a submariner. And listen, are you going to be diving 1,000 feet under the surface? Probably not. So this is the watch you need, my friends. This is the watch you need. This is the refined version. Look at the beautiful case shape, beautiful curves, kind of like the Daytona. It's actually very similar to the Daytona curves. Polish, stunning, right? Compare this to the Submariner, which looks like it was like, I don't know, like some sort of Chinese cheap steel. They buy in bulk, they chop it up, and the new Maxi case, I think they call it, the 41 millimeter. It's horrible. It's a horrible design. It's actually, it's brutal. It's brutto. It's troppo brutto. Es orologio non per cafone. It's not. This is not. It's not for people of wealth and taste like the Colonel over here. Now, guys, again, remember to click the like, subscribe button. Tell all your idiot friends to subscribe to the channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's a very important milestone, and that's it. That's all I have to tell you. That's all we have to say. As always, we're creating high-quality junk content, filler content, just wasting your time with low production values and redundancy. All right, see you in the next one.